HMW, that's Big Richard Walker of HMW, Jermaine Everett of HMW, and we are those HMW Creeps. Stay poised for Creep Radio. You might want to get used to that hashtag. Hey, welcome to the show. Last time you saw us, folks, Houston is right up on the ledge. Well, you know what? Actually, Houston's still on the ledge. So
really?
That. No doubt about it. It's still on the ledge.
Yeah.
Last time we talked to you folks, we were about to begin a week where the city of Houston was about to kind of take a trip down memory lane, but they were going to take a route that they really didn't want to take. Mm-hmm. We've seen it in this town before with Dan Pastorini, back when we were all toddlers or whatever. Then we saw it again in the Warren Moon era. I would say the Warren Moon era was probably worse than the Dan Pastorini era.
Yeah.
Because,
you didn't expect much from Dan.
Was heavily criticized by the Houston fan base, but with Warren Moon, he got into the racial side of it. I heard folks in the know, like John McClain from the Houston Chronicle, that the racial tones inside the stadium, inside the Astrodome, towards Warren Moon and his family was so bad that Warren Moon's family would have to leave games. I mean, it was ridiculous. And you know what? We saw it even somewhat with the other number 8, in David Carr.
Oh, yeah.
Fans threw soft drinks, ice, and items like that on David Carr's family. But what we're experiencing right now with Matt Schaub is a little bit perplexing to me. I'll tell you guys where I'm going to go with this. I don't know if you're going to agree, but for me, this one is more complex than any of the other three that we just mentioned, because this time the fan base seems to be split.
Yes.
The other ones, that was pretty much a consensus. I guess it was.
Right. They felt that way anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
All of it at an old enough age to appreciate it and articulate it fully, but what's going on now with Matt Schaub and the fact that fans in Houston, speaking for myself, in an embarrassing manner, has taken on silly ways of showing support for Matt Schaub by doing, dare I say, a Schaub rally. Did Schaub rally just come out of my name?
Yep, it did. Yep.
If I was on Twitter right now, would I be saying hashtag Schaub rally? Something as ridiculous as a Schaub rally, and people start to beat you literally to death on Facebook and Twitter about it. Then you have the audacity to come out and say, well, whoever said it is a Schaub rally, it's a Texans rally.
Oh, please.
Well, son,
please.
At 2-2, the Texans don't deserve the rally.
It's my point exactly.
You can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
No, did you say lipstick?
Lipstick.
Oh,
he thought you said pick 6.
Oh, no, I did not say pick 6.
You just put pick 6 on the pig.
You could
season the hog with pick 6 and then put them on the pig.
It might taste better.
Does a pick 6 hog jump up and run the other way?
And it also loses a shoe.
If you eat a pick 6 hog, it doesn't come out the other end. So it got ridiculous. Let me say this. I say it got ridiculous with all the Matt Schaub criticisms, and for those of you that have been on another planet that doesn't know why there would be all these Schaub talk. But he's thrown 3 6 picks in 3 back-to-back games. So needless to say, the last one at home, in Reliance Stadium, against a good football team, the type of game that you want to win, and get that type of momentum going. After a loss on the road, that was an ugly loss against the Ravens, with San Francisco looming, the Seattle win would have been ideal. That's what you do to erase all of the conversation from the track.
Right.
You go out and you throw that game away. But you throw it away, literally throw it away. Matt Shaw takes the win out of not only the Reliance Stadium, but you take the win out of Texan fans all over the city and all over the country that followed the team, because it was a nationally broadcast game on Fox. So here we go again, the Texans looking bad in a national, for a national audience. Then you turn around, you got to go to San Francisco. Good luck with that.
On prime time again.
The show was taped just
another national televised game.
So we don't know what to tell you about the San Francisco game. But I tell you, in our Texans road to 9-7 that we talked about on last week's show, I had the Texans going 2-3 in the first 5 games, with them losing back-to-back games. So if they're on the pace that I have them on, they lost to the 49ers. So let's jump back to what we talked about with Matt Shaw. Now, for me, it got a little ridiculous. I don't care about the fact that Matt Shaw disabled or deleted his Twitter account, but I do care if he deleted it because people were going too far with the criticism, attacking his family.
Right.
And this is where it gets perplexing to me. On one hand, I'll be damned if I'm going to a Shaw rally, if I'm going to have anything to do with a Shaw rally.
Right.
But on the other hand, I think fans can go too far. And let me give you a perfect example to you and the viewers of what I mean by going too far. Mark Vandermeer, voice of the Houston Texans. If you listen to the Texans broadcast via radio, you will hear Mark Vandermeer, former morning show host of Sports Radio 16 CBS Radio here in Houston. He now works directly for the Houston Texans and the Houston Texans Network. He gets a check out of that building. Mark's Twitter account was hacked. Someone hacked Mark Vandermeer's Twitter account, Voice of the Texans. They hacked it to say this: Texans have traded quarterback Matt Shaw to Cleveland Browns for wide receiver Josh Gordon and a 3rd-round pick in the 2014 NFL Draft. That's ridiculous.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
This is what I mean. Now, Mark responded and said, I've been hacked, there's been no trade, sorry for the craziness. All right, is it me? Do I have the wrong perspective? Because fans will say, when I spend my money on the cheap, when I buy the jerseys, the season tickets, and pay for parking, $7 beers, Craig, I have a right to boo. I have a right to do anything I want to do. Richard Walker, you say what?
Wrong as hell. Now there comes a fine line between being a fan and holding your team accountable and holding your team to a standard, and cheering for your team, booing your team, or whatever. Of course that's what fans do, and that's what they should do. But when you cross the line like this, idiot, I don't even know what else to say. You take it to the point to where you literally take it to a personal level, where you can take it to the point where it's far past the fact that I'm simply rooting for my team and I'm attacking this individually personally. Something's wrong up here. Something got disconnected.
Right.
I mean, for this person to actually take the time to manifest the thought of, I'm going to hack Mark Vandermeer's account and I'm going to start a big, ridiculous rumor. First of all, who in their right mind would think that the Texans would get all that if they would have traded Matt Shaw anyway, especially at this point? First of all, so when I read the tweet, I was like, that's crap. I know that's not true. But for someone to take the time to manifest that thought and go that far with it, so they got some serious issues on a personal level.
Yeah, it's not that serious for you after 4 games of your team season, even though your quarterback has played like that.
Right.
For you to want to cause harm to another man's family, it's just, to me, it's just not that. It never gets that serious. We talking about a game that people play, and I know you're emotionally invested in it, or you can even be monetarily invested in it. but you're not that vested in this to where you want to cause bodily harm to another man's family because of the way he
What
performed.
about the burning of the Shaw jerseys? Was that okay?
No, it's ridiculous. And I mean, especially at this point in the season. I mean, we're a quarter of the way through the season. Hell, anything can happen between now and the end of the season.
Right.
If Baltimore Ravens fans had followed that same mindset, remember, they were 2-3 last year.
Right.
If those Ravens fans, if Flacco was stinking the place up at the beginning of the year, if you recall, if those fans had followed that same mindset, they would have been burning Flacco jerseys in the parking lot in Baltimore, and you see how that turned out.
Right.
I'm not saying that Schaub's gonna have the same type of year, but you know, you at least gotta let it play out.
Right.
This argument. I don't see what you guys think about this argument. We see these teams. We see Denver jump out and get out to a fast start. We see the Patriots jump out and get out to a fast start. We saw the Texans last season jump out and 11 in a row. Can you make the argument that it's likely better for a team to go through some early adversity in the season in the NFL? And I think this is something you're going to see more and more often. You're going to see good teams go through adversity because of the CBA and the way training camp is now.
Right.
Teams just don't get their rhythm.
Right.
I don't think they'll get their rhythm until week 4 to 6.
Right.
And when you kind of really know what you're dealing with in the NFL going forward.
Right.
So can you make a viable argument that maybe it's better for a team to struggle somewhat? If you're a really good team, even if you struggle, you should still be in position to compete for your division.
Oh, definitely.
And everything that goes with that.
Right.
But at the same time, I think you can kind of sell what we used to say, a wolf ticket back in the game.
Right.
You know, to your own locker room, if teams just jump out with too much success early, and then the expectation comes with that maybe you're a good team, but you're not that good.
Right.
You may be a playoff team, but you're not all world.
Right.
Jumping off like the Texans did last season. I thought they put a smoke signal out there that a lot of people fell into, and I just don't think. I think we can make it harder.
Expectations were a bit inflated, I think, because of the way that they started last year. And you hear it, you see it all the time. Oh well, we're just gonna come out, we're gonna win 14 games. You had those preseason predictions. Oh, we're gonna go 14-2, 13-3. We're gonna win the division. Oh, matter of fact, we're gonna play so and so in the championship game, and then we're going to the Super Bowl. When your fan base goes into the season with that kind of mindset, and it doesn't come into fruition, that's where you have problems. And I think if you look at the past couple of years, the teams that win championships are not the sexy teams, it's the teams that got grit. And it's usually the teams that find themselves in some type of adversity, either in the beginning or the middle of the season. They find a way to overcome it, they gel as a team, and then they go out and win.
Most champs go through adversity. We'll close it out with comments in regard to the Texas fans. And I'm going to say overzealous Texas fans how they reacted to that.
Really?
Jeremy Foster on Facebook had this to say. I'm real today, but there's something else on my mind this week. Over the top Texas fans, hey, how quickly you forgot your original number 8. And to act like that Shaw is the Antichrist is absolutely an embarrassment to a diehard Houston sports fan such as myself or any other rational person. Open up a can of respect in Houston. Shaw is a human being who plays football for a living. It's not some dictator trying to run your life, steal your family, and leave you bankrupt. Texas fans, get over yourself. It's the cut right there.